Hello video game enthusiasts and welcome to this week's episode of F2P Mania. We're sticking to last week's theme of Cyberpunk and reviewing the beautiful game CyberDrome. Are you ready, player one? This is how I'm going to break down the review. So we're going to take a look at the graphics, how smooth they are, how is the rendering, what's the artwork quality, and then we're going to take a look at the gameplay. How interesting is the gameplay? How engaging or unique are the mechanics, and how rewarding is winning? And then finally, would I advise you to download it? So first off, let's talk about the graphics. This is where the game shines the brightest. The game is amazingly rendered for a free-to-play game, and it will keep you awed at the beauty of the environment in which you play. The game is rendered beautifully with an amazing detail in your first-person advantage, and will make you feel transported to another place. My only real big qualm with the art itself is that the bots you face are unimaginative, and tend to be extremely lacking in variety. There are only 5 bots, and they lack really any defining characteristics from each other than really color. Now, the gameplay itself is where things really begin to fall apart. This is a wave-based game that lacks imagination and variety, with mechanics feeling more like Flappy Bird than a serious challenge. The reason for this is the game is repetitive, without anything to hold your interest or challenge you with. The lack of challenge is greatly attributed to the few mechanics they do have. You have only 3 real mechanics, of which they are largely unlimited and overpowered. So the first mechanic is a simple dash and block. I mean, it's something that you're going to see in most slasher games. There's nothing really wrong with it other than your ability to kill everything with just one hit. Number 2, you are given the ability to dash and slash with your sword. This is by far the most overpowered ability and largely the reason the game is too easy. There is almost zero cooldown with this ability, and it only takes less than a second before being able to use it again. This will become your main move, and you'll just dash around killing bots one after another, and tends to be how you move around as well. Number 3, you are able to stop time for about 20 to 30 seconds at a time. During this time you are largely unmobile, but are able to line up shots with your time. This ability is great to line up bots and multi-kills with, but the mechanic refills too quickly by simply moving around and killing bots. This game makes you feel like One Punch Man, bored with your enemies and always looking for a better challenge. And that's really possibly the biggest issue. The lack of variety with bots and your ability to kill them too swiftly means even if they throw tons of them at you, you just tend to kill 10 at a time with your long swipe. So this game has a lot of promise, but without a rebalance of the game's mechanics and the addition of more challenging bots, it will be destined to feel more like a 5-minute mobile app than one that you would want to play for a serious amount of time. If you want a few minutes of fun, then go ahead and download it. But just be warned, this game will likely not give you the amount of time of enjoyment as it took to download it. That's about it, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out and visiting F2P Mania. Hope y'all have a great